Italy is the shining jewel of Europe, where every step leads to breathtaking cultural and natural wonders. From Florence, the Renaissance Art Center with landmarks like the Santa Maria del Fiore Cathedral, to Val d'Orta, the lush green valley in Tuscany with picture-perfect scenery, Italy unfolds with poetry and depth. From the Dolomites, the majestic mountain range in northern Italy, to the emerald waters of Lake Como reflecting ancient villas, every sight evokes peace and cinematic beauty. From the Amalfi coast, the famous coastal road with colorful houses clinging to cliffs, to Matera, the unique stone city in the heart of Basilicata, Italy, takes us from one surprise to another across its lands. Let Italy guide you on an endless journey of beauty, where each land is a masterpiece and every experience leaves an unforgettable mark. Pisa lies along the Arno River and was once one of Italy's great maritime powers during the Middle Ages. The city is known not only for its leaning tower, but also for its deep history, science, and culture that shaped its unique identity. Piazza dei Miracoli is the heart of Pisa, home to its great monuments, the Duomo Cathedral, the Leaning Bell Tower, the Baptistery, and the Campo Santo Cemetery. The harmony of white marble and green lawns makes it one of the most spectacular architectural ensembles in Europe. But Pisa is not only about the past. The city is also distinguished by the University of Pisa, one of the oldest in Europe, where Galileo Galilei once taught. A youthful student atmosphere spreads through cafes, squares, and narrow streets. Walking along the Arno, visitors can admire Renaissance palaces, Gothic churches, and experience the daily life of locals. The combination of historic heritage and modern vibrancy gives Pisa its lasting charm. Matera, the cultural capital of the Basilicata region, is world-renowned for the rock dwellings of the Sassi di Matera. Perched on a hillside overlooking the Gravina Gorge, the city offers a striking impression of harmony between nature and human craftsmanship. Matera's landscape feels mystical, with thousands of houses, monasteries, and churches carved directly into the limestone cliffs. The labyrinth of stone-paved alleys forms a maze where the roof of one house becomes the terrace of another. Its history stretches back thousands of years, making it one of the oldest continuously inhabited settlements in the world. The Sassi were once home to impoverished communities until the 20th century, before being restored and recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Today, Matera has become a unique destination where stone dwellings are transformed into hotels, cafes, and museums. The city has also served as a backdrop for international films, including The Passion of the Christ and No Time to Die. Civita di Bagnoregio, perched on a tough cliff in the Lazio region, is often called the Dying City. With its precarious position and centuries of erosion, this small village carries a fragile yet captivating beauty. From afar, Civita appears like a rocky island in a green valley, accessible only by a pedestrian bridge. Narrow cobblestone streets, medieval houses, and tiny squares make it feel like a separate world, far removed from modern life. One fascinating detail is that Civita's permanent population is now fewer than 20 people. Yet the village has become a popular tourist destination, attracting hundreds of thousands of visitors each year, helping sustain the survival of this dying city. Cagliari, the capital of the island of Sardinia, stretches along the Gulf of Angels and has long been considered the gateway to the second largest island in the Mediterranean. The city combines both ancient charm and modernity, reflecting its role as the political, cultural, and commercial center of Sardinia. The scenery here stands out with rolling hills, endless white sandy beaches, and crystal-clear waters. Poeto Beach, stretching for 5 miles, is one of the most famous resorts, attracting both locals and tourists. Cagliari also fascinates with its lively lifestyle, outdoor cafes, bustling fish markets, and colorful folk festivals. The people here keep the Mediterranean spirit alive, with music, cuisine, and street art present everywhere. In addition, the city is home to the Roman amphitheater carved into limestone cliffs, which once held tens of thousands of spectators. This is one of the largest ancient structures on the island, proving the important role of Cagliari during Roman times. Sirmione lies on a narrow peninsula stretching into Lake Garda, known as the Pearl of the Lake. The landscape here is highlighted by the lake's clear blue waters, olive gardens, and fresh air year-round. Sunlight reflecting on the lake's surface and ancient stone walls makes Sirmione a setting both romantic and peaceful. The town still preserves the medieval imprint through the Scaliger Castle, with its watchtowers and surrounding moat. Further away, the Grotta di Catullo, ruins from Roman times, tell the story of a luxurious villa overlooking the lake, a testament to the city's glorious past. Sirmione is also famous for its mineral-rich hot springs. It is an ideal place where visitors can both explore the past and enjoy relaxation amidst the tranquility of nature. Ostuni, known as the White City, sits on a hill overlooking the Adriatic Sea in the Apulia region. With its bright white walls shining under the southern Italian sun, the town has become one of the most iconic and remarkable destinations of the area. The old city is a maze of steep limestone alleys, whitewashed houses, blue wooden doors, and balconies overflowing with flowers. This combination creates a radiant, vibrant setting that visitors find unforgettable as they wander through each corner. The architecture of Ostuni reflects its complex history, from Roman and Byzantine to Norman and Aragonese influences. The 15th-century Gothic cathedral, with its finely carved facade, stands as a highlight of artistic cross-currents through the centuries. An intriguing fact little known is that the tradition of whitewashing houses originated as a medieval measure against plagues. Over centuries, it not only served as a disinfectant, but also gave Ostuni its unique and distinctive visual identity. Lucca is a historic city in western Tuscany, famous for its sturdy walls that surround the old town. Unlike many other cities, Lucca's walls remain intact and today serve as romantic walking and cycling paths, offering unique views over the entire city. Inside the walls lies a network of ancient streets, charming squares, and red-roofed houses. A special highlight is Piazza dell'Anfiteatro, built on the site of a former Roman amphitheater, with its rare oval shape. Lucca is also known as the City of Churches, with dozens of Romanesque buildings, most notably San Michele in Foro and San Martino Cathedral, both of which preserve valuable works of art. Beyond its architectural heritage, Lucca is deeply tied to music. It is the birthplace of the great composer Giacomo Puccini, and every year the city hosts festivals and open-air concerts where music blends with the enchanting medieval atmosphere. Maremma Regional Park lies on the southern coast of Tuscany. Established in 1975, the park stretches from the mouth of the Ombrone River to the Uccelina Mountains, serving as one of the region's most important nature reserves. The landscape here is diverse and unspoiled. Long deserted sandy beaches, lush pine forests, salt marshes, and limestone hills create a rich ecosystem. Mediterranean light and sea breezes bring an atmosphere that is both wild and relaxing. Maremma is also home to a wide range of wildlife, from wild boars, deer, and foxes to migratory birds and the famous Maremma cattle with their long horns. These scenes evoke the feeling of stepping into a land untouched by humans. Visitors can explore the park along hiking, cycling, or horseback trails that cross meadows and open spaces. Maremma is therefore not only a destination for nature, but also a place to experience the harmony between humans and the wild environment of Tuscany. Taormina, located on the eastern slopes of Sicily, has long been called the balcony overlooking the Mediterranean. The town radiates charm, with its stone-paved streets, flower-filled balconies, and lively squares. The atmosphere is both romantic and serene, making Taormina a favorite stop for travelers since the 19th century. The most remarkable landmark is the ancient Greco-Roman theatre, still in use today for concerts and festivals. From its stone steps, visitors can admire a perfect fusion of ancient architecture and breathtaking nature. Beyond its history and landscapes, Taormina is known as a cultural and artistic hub of Sicily. International events such as the Taormina Film Festival have turned this small town into a vibrant cultural meeting point, linking its ancient past with a contemporary spirit. Capri, the small island off the Bay of Naples in Campania, has long been a symbol of Mediterranean beauty. With its dramatic cliffs, golden lemon groves, and deep blue waters, Capri has always been among the dream destinations for travelers around the world. Nature here is striking, from the famous sea cave Grotta Azzurra, glowing with magical blue light, to the towering Faraglioni rocks rising from the waves. Every view in Capri feels like a colorful painting of sea, sky, and stone. Today, beyond its reputation for luxury tourism, Capri is also known for its hiking trails across the plateau, offering sweeping views of the Bay of Naples and Mount Vesuvius. It is an experience that brings visitors closer to the grandeur of southern Italy's nature. Cremona, located in the Po River plain of Lombardy, is a city rich in culture and renowned for its refined craftsmanship. The city impresses with the Piazza del Comune, where iconic landmarks stand together: the cathedral, the towering terrazzo, and the historic town hall. The blend of Romanesque and Gothic architecture creates a solemn and majestic atmosphere. Cremona is world famous as the birthplace of violin making. Masters such as Stradivari, Amati, and Guarneri created timeless instruments, and this tradition remains alive in workshops, museums, and schools. Beyond music, Cremona enchants with its peaceful atmosphere and rich cuisine, featuring specialties from the Po Valley. Together, these elements make it a city both historical and creative, where music and daily life harmoniously intertwine. Langhe, located in the Piedmont region of northern Italy, is a fertile hilly area stretching between the Po River and the Apennine Mountains. It is famous for its gentle hills, ancient hilltop villages, and endless vineyards. The scenery of Langhe is especially enchanting in autumn, when vineyards turn golden and crimson under the soft sunlight. Winding roads through the valleys open to romantic views, giving visitors the feeling of stepping into a lyrical painting. The history of winemaking in Langhe goes back thousands of years, and today this land produces world-renowned wines such as Barolo and Barbaresco. Wine culture in Langhe is not only about economy, but also an essential part of its identity. Beyond wine, Langhe is also famous for the Alba white truffle, one of the rarest and most expensive delicacies in the world. Each autumn, the truffle fair attracts food lovers and merchants from everywhere, confirming the region's special place in gastronomy. Mantua, or Mantovo, in Italian, lies in the southeastern part of Lombardy and is surrounded by 3 artificial lakes on the Mincio River. The atmosphere here impresses with palaces, squares, and narrow streets preserved almost intact since the Renaissance. The blend of still waters and ancient architecture makes Mantua both poetic and majestic. For centuries, Mantua was the seat of power of the Gonzaga family, renowned patrons of the arts. Thanks to them, the city owns grand landmarks such as the Palazzo Ducale and Palazzo Te, which house magnificent frescoes and decorative masterpieces. Beyond art, Mantua is famous for its rich culinary tradition, including tortelli di zucca, pumpkin-filled pasta, and dishes made from river fish. The combination of landscape, heritage, and local flavors has made Mantua one of the jewels of Lombardy. The Aeolian Islands, located off the northern coast of Sicily, are a natural wonder recognized by UNESCO. Nature in the Aeolians displays striking contrasts. Black rocky shores and steep cliffs alternate with whitewashed fishing villages and lush olive groves. The crystal-clear waters reflect the Mediterranean sunlight, making the scenery vibrant and full of life. In particular, the volcanoes Stromboli and Vulcano are still active, offering visitors the rare experience of watching glowing lava or bathing in hot mineral mud. It is a unique blend of natural beauty and the raw power of the earth. In ancient times, the Aeolians were associated by the Greeks and Romans with Aeolus, the god of the winds. From this mythology comes the name Aeolian, evoking the link between majestic nature and the ancient legends that surround the islands. Alberobello, in the Apulia region of southern Italy, is a small village but world-famous for its distinctive cone-shaped trulli houses. With their fairy tale appearance, Alberobello was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1996. The The scenery here is striking. Hundreds of limestone houses stand close together, their grey cones rising steeply, sometimes painted with ancient whitewashed symbols. The simplicity of the materials, combined with the unique layout, has created an architectural identity found nowhere else. The origin of the trulli is tied to local history. In the 16th century, residents built temporary dry stone houses that could be dismantled easily to avoid land taxes imposed by the Aragonese crown. Over time, these humble homes became the cultural symbol of Alberobello. Today, Alberobello is not only a tourist destination, but also a place that preserves a traditional way of life. Some trulli are still used as residences, craft shops, or cafes, offering visitors an experience that is both authentic and unique. The Amalfi Coast, stretching for more than 50 kilometers along the southern edge of the Sorrentine Peninsula, is one of the most beautiful coastal roads in the world. Sheer cliffs, colorful fishing villages, and the turquoise Tyrrhenian Sea create a breathtaking landscape found in few other places. The scenery here is a perfect harmony. Winding roads hugging the cliffs, bright lemon groves, and small beaches hidden beneath the rocks. At every sunset, the sky and sea blend together into a vivid natural painting. Few people know that the Amalfi Coast was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997, not only for its stunning scenery, but also for its cultural role, where residents have preserved traditional ways of life for centuries. Porto Venere, located on the western edge of the Gulf of La Spezia, is a small coastal town with a rare beauty. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is considered a hidden gem on the Ligurian coast, quieter but no less charming than the nearby Cinque Terre. Signature scenery of Porto Venere is the row of colorful houses lined up along the harbor, backed by green hills. From here, the view opens to white cliffs plunging into the sea, combined with the bright blue waters to create a lively Mediterranean picture. Porto Venere is also famous for Palmaria Island, located just across the water. It is the largest island in Liguria, featuring walking trails, fascinating sea caves, and panoramic views of the ancient town from a unique perspective. The Rock of Gibraltar, also called the Gibraltar Rock, is a massive limestone formation located at the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula, within the territory of Gibraltar. Rising nearly 1,400 feet above sea level, the rock stands tall like a natural fortress, stretching into the radiant Mediterranean sky. From a distance, it appears majestic, soaring straight into the sea, creating a landscape both rugged and spectacular, rarely found elsewhere. From the summit, on a clear day, visitors can gaze upon both Europe and Africa at the same time, an overwhelming visual experience. In addition, the vertical cliffs make it an ideal destination for rock climbers, geology enthusiasts, and landscape photographers. Val d'Orcia is a vast valley in southern Tuscany, recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. With its rolling hills, endless vineyards, and rows of tall cypress trees, it has become the symbol of the ideal Italian countryside. The landscape of Val d'Orcia changes with the seasons. Spring is filled with fresh green fields, summer shines with golden wheat, and autumn is painted in the deep red of vineyards. The gentle Tuscan light makes every view look like a painting. Within the valley, ancient towns such as Pienza and Montalcino preserve Renaissance architecture and winemaking traditions. The slow, rustic atmosphere makes visitors feel as if they have stepped back into a peaceful past. Val d'Orcia has also inspired many Renaissance painters and often appears in modern cinema. The harmony of nature, people, and art is what gives this valley its special charm. Pitigliano, also known as the City of Tough Stone, sits on a steep basalt cliff in southern Tuscany. From afar, the town looks as if it grew directly out of the rock, with brown-yellow houses blending seamlessly into nature. The scenery here is striking. Narrow, sloping alleys, winding through arches and ancient walls, small balconies overflowing with flowers, overlooking the green valley below. The harmony between architecture and landscape creates an atmosphere that is both romantic and majestic. Pitigliano also bears layers of history, from the ancient Etruscans to the Romans and the Middle Ages. In particular, the town is known as the Little Jerusalem, due to its once thriving Jewish community which left behind a synagogue and a unique quarter. Today, Pitigliano attracts visitors not only with its monumental stone architecture, but also with its famous white wine, Bianco di Pitigliano. Enjoying a glass in a small roadside tavern, you can feel the rustic and profound soul of this land. Catania, the second largest city of Sicily, lies right at the foot of the mighty Mount Etna. This location has given it fertile soil, but has also forced Catania to be reborn many times after eruptions and earthquakes throughout history. Stepping into the center, visitors are captivated by its distinctive Baroque architecture, most of which was rebuilt in the 18th century using black basalt stone. Piazza del Duomo, with its cathedral and lava stone elephant fountain, is the lively heart of the city. Beyond its architecture, Catania is a hub of culture and commerce. Bustling streets, vibrant fish markets, and classical theaters clearly reflect the energetic and resilient spirit of its people. In particular, Catania is home to one of the oldest fish markets in Italy, La Pesceria, located just behind the main square. The lively sounds, the scent of the sea, and the bright colors of fresh seafood make this place an unforgettable experience. Palermo, the capital of Sicily, is a vibrant port city on the Tyrrhenian Sea. With a history of more than 2,700 years, it has been influenced by Phoenicians, Greeks, Arabs, Normans, and Spaniards, creating a rare multi-layered identity in Europe. The atmosphere of Palermo clearly reflects this blend. Bustling street markets, Arab-Norman palaces, Baroque squares, and Gothic churches all stand side by side. Mediterranean light and the flavors from street vendors bring the city alive with vivid energy. The most remarkable heritage of Palermo is the Arab-Norman architectural ensemble recognized by UNESCO, including the Palatine Chapel with its dazzling golden mosaics. These monuments are proof of the unique harmony between Eastern and Western art. Another fascinating highlight is Palermo's Teatro Massimo, the largest opera house in Italy and the third largest in Europe. Inaugurated in 1897, it is not only an architectural pride, but also a major performing arts center for the entire Mediterranean region. Cefalù, located on the northern coast of Sicily, is a charming town that perfectly combines the blue sea landscape with ancient architecture. With the towering La Rocca mountain behind and the Mediterranean stretching out in front, Cefalù carries an unforgettable natural beauty. The town impresses with its old quarter of narrow stone-paved streets, red-roofed houses, and a small harbor. Walking along the shoreline or watching the sunset from the old pier are experiences that easily enchant visitors with the town's atmosphere. The most prominent symbol of Cefalù is its 12th century Norman cathedral, with a solid facade and interiors decorated with splendid Byzantine mosaics. This monument clearly reflects the multicultural influences that shaped the identity of Sicily. Few people know that Cefalù has served as the backdrop for many Italian and international films, including the Oscar-winning Cinema Paradiso. This has helped bring the image of this small seaside town closer to audiences worldwide. Lake Orta, located west of Lake Maggiore in the Piedmont region, is known as the hidden gem of northern Italy. Compared to the more famous lakes, Orta has preserved its tranquility, simplicity, and romantic atmosphere, making it a special destination for those seeking peace. The scenery here is gentle, with a calm surface, surrounded by green hills and charming small villages. At sunset, the light reflecting on the water creates an unforgettable, poetic landscape. The cultural center of the lake is the town of Orta San Giulio, with cobblestone alleys, small squares, and medieval architecture. In the middle of the lake, the island of San Giulio emerges with its ancient monastery, offering a sacred and mysterious atmosphere. An interesting detail is that Orta once inspired many artists and writers, including Nietzsche and Balzac. They came not only to rest, but also to create, enriching the spiritual value of this peaceful lake. Florence, the capital of Tuscany, is known as the cradle of the Renaissance and is one of the most important art cities in the world. With its vast heritage of architecture, painting, and sculpture, Florence gives visitors the feeling of stepping into a living museum. The most prominent symbol of the city is the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore with its massive dome designed by Brunelleschi. Alongside it stand Giotto's bell tower and the baptistery, together forming a magnificent architectural ensemble on Piazza del Duomo. Florence also houses countless masterpieces, from Michelangelo's David at the Galleria dell'Accademia to the grand collection of paintings at the Uffizi Gallery. These works confirm the city's position as a center of creativity. Beyond its glorious past, Florence today still breathes art in every street. Craft workshops, leather shops, cafes, and cultural festivals make the city both historic and vibrant, continually inspiring all who visit. Lake Como, located in the Lombardy region of northern Italy, is the country's third deepest lake and has long been a destination for luxury retreats. Its unique Y-shaped form, with 3 branches extending like arms, creates a spectacular and distinctive landscape. The deep blue waters of Como reflect the surrounding mountains, combined with the mild climate to create a peaceful and romantic atmosphere. Vibrant gardens, olive groves, and citrus orchards along the lake add even more charm to the scenery. The shores of Lake Como are lined with many villas and historic palaces, once the retreats of European nobility. Elegant architecture blended with nature has made this place one of Italy's iconic tourist symbols. Today, Lake Como continues to hold global appeal, attracting artists, travelers, and those seeking serenity. It is the ideal place to experience the fusion of nature, culture, and the refined Italian lifestyle. Milan, the capital of Lombardy, is one of the most dynamic and modern cities in Italy. Regarded as the country's economic and financial center, Milan also carries a rich heritage of history and art. The most iconic symbol of Milan is the Duomo Cathedral, a magnificent Gothic masterpiece with thousands of intricate statues and soaring spires. Not far away stands the Santa Maria delle Grazie convent, home to Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. Milan is also renowned as the fashion capital of the world. Districts such as Via Monte Napoleone and Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II gather luxury brands, attracting shoppers and style enthusiasts alike. Beyond art and fashion, Milan is vibrant with nightlife, international exhibitions, and diverse cuisine. Altogether, it creates a city that is both modern and steeped in tradition, always affirming its place among Europe's leading destinations. The Valley of the Temples, located in Agrigento in southern Sicily, is one of the largest and most impressive ancient Greek archaeological sites still in existence. Spread across gentle hills, the site is distinguished by majestic stone columns of its temples, among which the Temple of Concordia is preserved almost perfectly. At sunset, golden orange light bathes the columns, turning the scene into something both mystical and grand. Beyond architectural beauty, the Valley of the Temples reflects the relationship between people and nature. Olive groves, almond orchards, and wild grasses surrounding the ruins create a perfect harmony between heritage and landscape. Today, it is not only an archaeological destination, but also a cultural hub, hosting events, exhibitions, and traditional Sicilian festivals. This vitality breathes life into the ancient stones, making the valley both accessible and full of spirit. Pompeii, lying at the foot of Mount Vesuvius in Campania, is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. This ancient city once thrived during Roman times until it was buried under volcanic ash after the catastrophic eruption in 79 AD. Walking through the ruins of Pompeii today, visitors can vividly picture life 2,000 years ago, from stone-paved streets, public baths, and small arenas to colorful frescoes still visible on the walls. Few people know that Pompeii covers an excavated area of more than 66 hectares, of which about 2/3 have been uncovered, while the rest remains buried under volcanic ash. This makes Pompeii one of the largest ongoing archaeological sites, still revealing new discoveries. Turin, the capital of the Piedmont region, lies along the Po River and is one of the most elegant and historically rich cities in Italy. Once the first capital of the unified Kingdom of Italy in 1861, Turin carries a special political and cultural significance. The city is laid out with straight boulevards, spacious squares, and classical Baroque-style buildings. Piazza Castello, Palazzo Reale, and the Mole Antonelliana are all iconic landmarks, showcasing both elegance and a spirit of creativity. Turin is also an industrial and intellectual hub, the birthplace of Fiat automobiles and one of Italy's most important centers of universities and research. The blend of tradition and modernity has given the city its unique identity. Beyond history and industry, Turin is renowned for the religious relic Shroud of Turin, kept in the Cathedral of San Giovanni Battista. This mysterious burial cloth attracts millions of believers and visitors, adding to the city's unique allure. Lake Garda, the largest lake in Italy, lies between Lombardy, Veneto, and Trentino Alto Adige. With an area of more than 350 square kilometers, Garda is not only a natural wonder, but also a top vacation destination in northern Italy. The landscape of Lake Garda is diverse and full of contrasts. In the north, steep cliffs reflect in the deep blue water, while in the south, it opens into plains, olive groves, and lush vineyards. The mild climate year-round allows both nature and people to thrive in harmony. Along the shore are charming towns with small marinas, ancient castles, and lively squares. Each place has its own character, from quiet romance to the bustling atmosphere of modern resorts. Lake Garda also stands out for outdoor activities: sailing, windsurfing, climbing, or hiking. Together with the region's distinctive cuisine, it offers visitors an experience that is both relaxing and full of energy. Pavia, located south of Milan along the Ticino River, was once the capital of the Lombard Kingdom during the Middle Ages. This small city carries a history of more than 1,000 years, yet it still preserves a peaceful and intimate rhythm of life. The charm of Pavia stands out with ancient bridges, red brick towers, and cobblestone streets winding through quiet squares. Its atmosphere, both historic and serene, makes it an ideal destination for those seeking tranquility after the bustle of big cities. The city is also renowned for the University of Pavia, founded in 1361 and among the oldest in Europe. Its academic tradition has attracted brilliant scholars, shaping Pavia's cultural position. In addition, Pavia enchants visitors with Lombard cuisine and small riverside taverns. The combination of heritage, scholarship, and everyday life creates a unique identity, different yet full of charm. Tropea, located on the Tyrrhenian coast of Calabria, is known as the Jewel of the Tyrrhenian Sea. With its dramatic white cliffs and turquoise waters, this town is one of the most famous destinations in southern Italy. The scenery is striking, with cobblestone old streets, Renaissance churches, and palaces perched on cliffs overlooking long, sandy beaches. The Mediterranean sunshine and salty sea breeze make Tropea always feel vibrant and full of life. Beyond the landscape, Tropea is also famous for its sweet red onion, Cipolla rossa di Tropea. This onion is not only a signature agricultural product, but also a cultural pride, helping shape the unique identity of this charming coastal town. The Dolomites, located in the Trentino-Alto Adige region of northern Italy, are recognized by UNESCO as a World Natural Heritage Site thanks to their majestic beauty and unique geological formations. With sheer limestone peaks and lush green valleys, the area is often called the Pale Mountains. The Dolomites' landscapes change dramatically with the seasons. In summer, wildflower meadows and trekking trails bring vibrant life, while winter transforms the mountains into a snowy paradise for skiing and ice climbing. At sunset, the peaks glow red, a phenomenon called enrosadira, a mesmerizing moment not to be missed. The Dolomites are also home to a rich cultural blend, where Italians, Germans, and Ladens live together. This creates diversity in language, architecture, and cuisine, a unique intersection in the heart of Europe. An interesting detail is that the Dolomites were an important battleground during World War I. Remnants of trenches, tunnels, and open-air museums still remain, reflecting a dramatic history set against breathtaking natural scenery.